Well, hello, everyone. This is Lisa Harden, your Independence Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you live from the Stamping Zoo in a beautiful Boise, Idaho. It's chilly, but the sun's out, so we'll take it, right? And I am hidden camera today, but don't worry because we're going to have so much fun right here on the desk. You're not even going to miss my goofy face, okay? So we're going to continue working with Easter Joy. We started working with this on Thursday night, and today is Sunday, January 11th. I am coming to you recorded, and probably for the best because on Thursday I got very sidetracked. I was not on task a lot, and part of it was because this suite is packed with so much fun product that I kind of lost my mind. So, anyway, let me make something very organized for you and do this as a recording today, okay? So I welcome you to Stampin' Chat. And don't worry, we'll have the chat part because I will come back later once you've watched the video and respond to your comments. So if you want to say hi to me, please do so because I'll come back and say hi to you. I promise. Okay, everyone. And so this is the card we made on Thursday night. Lots of different techniques and tips and tricks. So if you would like to go back and see how we made this, again, that is from Thursdays, what is that, the 8th? The 7th or 8th of January. That is the video. You can find it on Facebook and on YouTube. And so let's start off with some zoo news, shall we? Let's do that. So please know that when you make a purchase from the stampinzoo.com, you're making a purchase from a small business of one with two small dogs. And we all welcome you to the Stamping Zoo, and we thank you so much for your purchases, your likes and shares, whether you attend every live video and say hi and attend every live event I have or online event. I thank you all for it. It brings joy to me, and I hope in turn I give you some inspiration, joy, and laughter along the way. Please know that when you do shop with me, when you place a minimum order of $20, Stampin' Up! Will give you Stampin' Rewards equal to 10% of your purchase of product, which you can use on a future order. Stampin' Rewards don't expire for 1 year, and so you can save them all up for a big shopping spree, or you can use them on the very next order, like I do. All right, they're also giving us bonus days this month. So beginning on January 6th and going through February 2nd, for every $50 that you spend on product, again, before tax and shipping, you will earn a $5 coupon that will come to you via email. Please keep track of those coupon codes. They will not be reissued. So, and also keep in mind that this is not $50 or a cumulative total over the course of any orders during the month. It's on each specific order. So if you want to earn the most bonus days coupon codes, then shop in $50 increments. You can then spend those bonus days coupons for the rest of February. So it gives you little freebies for the next month. Now, here are some freebies from the Stamping Zoo itself. And so the first one I have is a Stamping Zoo craft along. So if you make a minimum $50 online purchase from me, as well as the bonus days coupons and the Stampin' Rewards we just talked about, I'm going to send you a free kit to make these 5 cards and projects right along with me during my live on Friday, January 29th. Don't worry, because if you can't join me that night, it'll just be on replay for you anytime. It will feature a PDF tutorial with all the measurements and instructions, as well as pre-cut card, or well, they're not all cards, but pre-cut, let's say product pieces and parts, and all the embellishments and ribbons you will need. This is a fun one, okay? There's 3 fun folds and 2 cards. I'm also offering a free with purchase stamp camp to go. This is the first month I'm offering this. So these are the cards that we made yesterday at my stamp camp in person on January 10th. Any of you can purchase this kit for $25 or free with a minimum $30 order. There will be shipping added on to that unless you are doing porch pickup. This is similar to the other kits. It's going to include all the pre-cut paper pieces, cardstocks, embellishments, and ribbon. It will not include die cuts from the featured bundles. but you can purchase those when you register for the class, and that will count towards your minimums. You can also purchase them from yourself if you're a demonstrator, or you can use something in your stash. Everyone really loved the bear card yesterday. It wasn't they didn't say anything that they didn't like, but they overwhelmingly loved the bear card, and we actually made that live probably last week. So take a look. All right, and this is my January Zubilee Crafty Kit. I'm going to leave it open this month as long as I can based on inventory availability. So this I just talked about in 5 minutes of detail on a video that I posted earlier today. So please take a look either on Facebook or YouTube to hear all about this and to even see the products. I show you all the cards and the project that we make. So I hope you enjoy that one. And if you haven't tried it before, give it a try. I put as much time, effort, and product into it as I possibly can. All right, and finally, one more freebie to talk about. This is a new creative tutorial bundle that I am working on with a group of other demonstrators. So proud and happy to be a part of it and excited. This is going to feature the product of the month. So the tutorial will be new every month. And I don't know how many in total, but there are several of us putting this together. Again, this is the very first month that it will be available. So whenever you shop with me during the month, if you make $75 or more in product purchases, you will receive this tutorial bundle. And again, it will feature the product of the month. And so let me just show you that. For February, the product of the month is, it's called Fabulous Sayings. And this is it, okay? And they are fabulous. I just picked them up and started using them. To me, this is probably about a $25 stamp set. But as a product of the month, you get to purchase it for only $5 once you have a minimum $75 order. Okay, you can only add it one time, and well, that's all you need to know about it. But once you get it, then if you don't have any inspiration for it, well, you will once you shop with me, because I will be sending you a PDF tutorial, and I can't wait for that. I'm so excited. Okay, everyone, so this again was the card we created on Thursday, and let's jump in and create 2 more cards, shall we? Now, I have pre-cut and prepared several pieces and parts of these cards, because one thing I realized on Thursday when we started working with it is there are so many things that I got way sidetracked, and it was kind of like a squirrel moment. So anyway, we're going to case this card right here. And so we have a pretty in pink card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. A card insert, basic white, 3 3/4 by 5. Then I have a piece that I can stamp on, and I stamped these 2 in basic gray. I also have a little sentiment strip, just an offcut of basic white. Also stamped the sentiment in basic gray, and then just a strip. Let's see what I use. 3/4 of an inch. It packs a punch, right? This is one of the specialty papers. It's the one-sided specialty paper, but we are going to use that, and I think it will be gorgeous. Okay, so they have stamped several images all over this card base. Let's see what we can do. We might keep it a little bit simpler, but they do have the egg, and they have these flowers. Well, and they have the tulip. That's not that difficult, is it? In fact, let's put them on one block and see how far we can get stamping them all together. Okay, so I am going to kind of put the first set together. And maybe we want the egg going that way. I don't know. This might not end up working. We may have to separate them, right? But let's do that. Okay. And then let's put it up on the block. All right. And then I'm going to grab my pretty in pink ink. So is there anybody brandy new here? Any brand new stampers? Or people who don't even know what paper crafting is all about, well, we make paper hugs. I am primarily a card maker, but we do also make home decor items, 3D items, ornaments, gift card holders. Goodness, tons of things, don't we? We make tons of things, all out of paper, all out of Stampin' Up! Paper. So, let's see. That might be a little further than I want it, but okay, let's try this. I might have to break them up pretty soon. Looks sort of random, doesn't it? Sort of random. And it saves you a little time. That's the kicker here with this technique. Okay. Let's see. Now I am stamping on our glass mat. You can purchase this as well at thestampingzoo.com. Hit that shop now tab anytime. I will allow you to leave the video for that. But otherwise, just stay planted where you are. Just be comfy. And otherwise, though, you can shop there 24/7. And the Glass Mat Studio is just one of thousands of products that's available to us. And I love it. I think that we get a great image with photopolymer stamps on the glass mat because it's really smooth and just is very firm and set in place. So I recommend it. And if you've been around here, if you're not brand new and you've been around, you know that I've been using it since it became available as a pre-order for us. So I really didn't stop using it. Once I gave it a try, that was it. So I think that's a good testimonial, don't you think? Because I stamp almost every day, I would say. Okay, let's put these back in here right now, just so they don't go walkabout, because they are clear, which I like, but then can cause us some troubles. All right, and then we'll probably do something on the inside. How about just a carrot? Let's see. I can't go completely naked on the inside. I don't like that. Looks too store-bought then. Okay, so perfect. So the main kind of orangey color that's used in this suite is peach pie. I kind of want to use that for my carrot. Let's see what they did in the catalog. At least we'll make an educated guess. Kind of looks just like flat out orange, doesn't it? But we are going to go for it. We're going to use peach pie. And if I can find it, I've got to find it first. You don't know this, but I have all the blends we can have, and so they're kind of off to the side. Okay, it's going to be simple stamping, or simple coloring. I'm going to start with Peach Pie Light. Okay, and then just come across the top with a little bit of the dark. Really all you need. Okay, there's that one. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm not really blending it. It's super simple coloring with our Stampin' Blends, alcohol-based markers. And just like the rest of the product line, these come in our Stampin' Up! Colors, so we can mix and match designer series papers with embellishments, with coloring tools, with ribbons, with everything. Everything coordinates around 50 colors that we have. So we have plenty of colors. You just have to make sure you have enough time to use them all. That's all. Okay, here's a little pretty in pink. Going to be the same as the card base. And I think I'm going to keep him really simple. I want to blur the lines just a little bit because I still want this bunny to be white, but he's pretty one-dimensional at this point, isn't he? So I'm going to bring in the color lifter and a little bit of, let's see, I want to keep it not brownish gray, but bluish gray. So let me grab slate. Let me grab smoky slate. Light. Again, where are you? Smoky slate, come on. And I'm just going to color just a tiny bit. You could also achieve probably a similar look when you stamp this right away. If you come right back with the blender pen, you can also pull some of the ink from the stamped image. But we're just going to kind of put a little bit of smoky slate here and there. It's really to indicate shading. So next time you're out in nature, you don't need to wait till you see a bunny. But next time you're out in nature, look at something that's white and you will notice that it kind of comes to life based on its shadows. It doesn't just look like a flat piece of paper. Okay, and so I'm going to do my best to give this bunny some life. And so again, now you see me coloring over these little bits of the ink with our color lifter. I think it actually should be called color mover. Okay, it doesn't erase the color, it just lightens it and moves it around. Okay, so with very little effort, I've now created just a little bit of interest around the bunny. Okay, it doesn't quite look like he's going to hop off the page, but I think it looks fantastic for the amount of effort I took. Okay, put these guys back in somewhat of an orderly fashion. Look how orderly I'm being today. Can you believe that? I can't either. All right, let's die cut this. And I'm going to put this aside so I don't die cut the cute little carrot. I'm going to use the mini because it's sweet and adorable, just like all the images in this bundle. And I'd say this bunny is as cute in Tango as Tango and Cash, but that's not possible. Don't be silly. But it's a close, it's a close second or third. So I'm just going to trim a little bit of this cardstock so that I can run this through and put these on here. Grab my dies. So we have all the image dies and then these really cool dies that make the basket that we worked on Thursday. But don't worry, we're not finished with the basket. We're going to do another basket card next. Where's our carrot? There it is. Okay, let's see. Can we get them both? Oh, I didn't color the top. That was dorky. Okay, I think I can get both of them at the same time. I know I should tape them down, but I'm feeling dangerous. I'm feeling reckless. There we go. It's all in how you lay your plate down. Like if you slide your top plate, you'll move the dies. But if you kind of put it on a hinge and then place it down flat, it usually works very well. Okay, so now we have our little images for the front. Love it. They just pop right out. You've got to love the simplicity of that. Now again, all of these products I'm using, as well as the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, both mini and standard size, are things that you can purchase over at thestampingzoo.com by hitting that Shop Now tab. You can find all these things and more. So we are kind of the one-stop shop for all this fun stuff. Okay, so it makes it very easy and it's all online, so you don't have to go run through aisles and aisles of things and then oops, I need a coupon, or oops, they're out of this last thing I need. Oh, I have not shopped for craft supplies like that in eons, and I don't plan on ever doing it again. No thanks. I only have a certain amount of time in my life to have this fun, and so I want this type of fun to start immediately. I'm not going to drag myself around to crafting stores. Okay, oops, let's get that out of the way. There we go. Okay, so let's just finish up this card, right? This is, again, the insert. And so this little guy is going to come in over here. Oh, it already looks good. If I do say so myself. And then this one. So I trimmed this. Of course, we're going to trim it a little bit shorter. I just cut them with more than I would need so I could fine tune it. And I think I'm going to do that. A little bias cut on the other side for interest. And then this. Oh, yeah. Of course, I need that. Let's see. I think I want to straight cut this. And then how far do I want to put it over? I guess the bunny, they have the bunny standing on it, so I guess I will too. Okay, and how about like this? Okay. So I'm guessing liquid glue is not our go-to on this specialty paper. It looks foily, you know? Foil-y. Foil with a Y on the end. So I don't think liquid glue is going to be able to absorb into it. It's probably just going to make a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to use my seal double-sided tape. Love the Seal Plus. Love our adhesives. My goodness, if you buy nothing else from us, please get your adhesives from us. You will not be sorry. Okay, now this side, I think you could put liquid glue on. You know that I go back and forth from the adhesives just kind of based on how I'm feeling, what I want. And then since I did this random pattern in the background, I am going to take an opportunity to look at like where, if there's a pattern where I don't really care for it, like this is kind of empty over here, but I'm going to kind of cover the spot I don't like with my pieces and parts that are going up front. Oh, brother, it's cute already. But we're going to make it cuter by putting this on dimensionals. And the carrot's going to be kind of, I don't know that the carrot's going to need a dimensional because the rabbit is actually going to be holding this. I might jump into mini dimensionals. So these, again, they're called Stampin' Dimensionals. And they might be unavailable right now. They might be on back order because on Black Friday we had a screaming deal on them. And we all rushed over there. I rushed, not so, I mean, the deal is fine. I love shopping with a discount. But I rushed over there because I knew everybody else was going to rush over there. It was kind of like the toilet paper during COVID situation, right? I was like, oh my gosh, if I need dimensionals for a while, I better run over there and shop the sale or else they're going to be empty. And so they were. And so the adhesives are slowly coming back in stock, then going out a little bit, but most of them, it looked like we're going to be back in during the next 2 weeks. So never fear. Adhesives will always come back. Okay, and then let's see. I feel like we might want to reinforce this because, you know, once they go through the mail, oh, look, perfect. Once they go through the mail, even the most careful postal carrier just doesn't treat your creations like you do. So I like to have these, if I have things popped up on dimensionals, I like to have enough dimensionals so that, you know, they can get kicked around a little and still be good. Kind of wanted to put that up above his hand. There. Okay. Kind of like he's holding it. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So that's what they did. And then, oh, they did bring in our beautiful little embellishments. Let me grab those. As with the rest of this suite, the embellishments are darling. They are Easter assortment. The item number is 166951. And again, they feature 3 of the colors that have been used in the other products of the suite. All right, and they used the lemon lolly and put them around there. I think I will too, because I haven't used the lemon lolly circles yet. And of course, you can see down here, these are actually pink checkerboard Easter eggs. Oh, Come on. Who thinks of this stuff? I don't know who does, but I thank them for it because it's so adorable. And so, of course, you can mix and match these embellishments. You don't need to use all of one color, but I am going to because we are casing the catalog, and that is a super sweet card. And it could be a baby card, couldn't it? So, anyway, again, you'll see all these things in the catalog, and we have fantastic, phenomenal photography and everything, but it's never quite as sweet as holding it in your hand. So, you feel free to case this now that you've seen me make it, and look, and then you'll know how fun it is. But I'm trying to bring you as close as I can to doing that here in my own little studio. Okay, so that's our first card. Now our second card's gonna have more pieces and parts, and I liked the idea of this. See what they've done here is they took the standard basket and die cut it, and then they shortened the handle because this is how the full die cut is. And where's that card from Thursday? So the card from Thursday has a very tall handle. That is the die as it is cut. But we are going to take their little helpful hint there that they've done. And I really like this arrangement, so I'm probably going to have it look like this. But I did bring in some different papers because I couldn't choose. Okay, it's tough. I'm not kidding. It's tough to choose from these particular paper selections. Sometimes you'll see a paper selection and think, nope, I'm fine. This one, not the case. It's this cool, unique finish that we have on them. And I got them out yesterday. Cool thing I think about Stamp Camp is that you get to come here and actually touch the product. Again, it's always better in person. And so I was glad that I had this to get out for everyone to feel it and see that, like, oh, it's a little different. And by the way, it kind of stinks a little bit when you get it. Okay. Like when you open it, you can tell it's like, oh, this is a different processing. It doesn't smell now. I would, if it really bothers you, like put it outside and let it air out, not in inclement weather. But anyway, you'll be able to tell, like, oh, this is processed differently. Okay, look at this. Would you just? It's so cute. It could be jelly beans too, but of course it's Easter eggs. And this is one of the double-sided papers, has basket weave on it. We are going to use a little chunk of the basket weave. So one of the packs of paper is two-sided. And then the specialty paper, which is 6 sheets, 3 different patterns, it is not. But they obviously go together. They're in the same suite. So this is what I'm starting with, okay? Standard card base, just like the last one. And then this piece is 4 by 3 3/4. And this one is 4 by 1.5. So I made it so that there was a little bit of overlap in the middle. Just like a little bit. I feel like they go together just better. And then actually it didn't matter because I decided to put a strip across the front too, but you'll see as we get to that part. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay these down flat. They certainly don't need any more dimension, although you do you. Okay, I probably will end up popping them up, especially if I want to wrap some of that beautiful blue gingham ribbon around the papers, then lots of times I pop them up. And let's see, does she get it even? Oh, yeah. Woo! Lisa for the win. Getting it straight, that is. Okay, and so, my goodness. What does the week have in store for me? I'm not quite sure, but I am technically on jury duty. I've not been called yet, but this is the week where I might be called. Like, oh, goodness. Okay, so this is where the basket is going to be sitting. This is going to be its focal point. All right. But here's what I started thinking was I die cut. So a couple pieces of the basket builder are that you can put this grass right in there. Okay, you can put this bow on here. Oh, let's do this first. You can put this scallop trim, and see the scallop and the grass are slightly curved, and that's why. So they fit the basket perfectly. And then this is what our basket's gonna look like. Okay, but then I started thinking, oh, I wanted like a separation here that was more than just the two strips. And so I took this piece, it's 4 by 3/4, and I'm going to glue the grass onto the back of it. And it doesn't really matter what it looks like in the middle because the majority of it gets covered up, but I thought it looked kind of sweet. So, okay, I'm holding it in the wrong hand, I think. I need to drop that. All right, and then I'm just going to come in here like this. I'm going to end up trimming it. And again, you're not going to see a ton of it, but I thought it looked better than just nothing. And I thought it looked kind of cute as a separation between the two designer series papers. Okay, I put that on the wrong. I put that on the wrong side. Lord, somebody needs to help her. Is the square? Okay, okay, I put it on the wrong side twice now. So now that it's all gluey, let's see if I can handle it. Okay, it's a good thing that most of this is going to be hiding, right? Okay, so put that on. Okay, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. Let me use these scissors because this is going to get gluey, and I want to try to leave it as nice as I can. I'll clean these later with a little rubbing alcohol. Okay, I know, looks odd. Just stick with me here. I've got a plan, Stan. Okay, and then I got glue all over there. So it's always good to have your chamois, wherever that might be, at hand. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to take the corner of it and mop this up so that when I clean my stamps, I don't run it into the glue. And then it all gets washed with the chamois. That's why the chamois looks so dirty, is because you just put everything on there and then you wash it with water at the end of the whole thing. Okay. All right. Now this, oh, I do want to put it up on dimensionals. I think it's really going to make that grass kind of stand out and start to look kind of fun that way. So let's pop this up. And so anyway, I have jury duty, but I mean, I'm assuming I'm just going to go to work, you know, and I have a lot of things designed, but I need to write tutorials at night. So I'll be doing some of that. And also, friends, a little secret I've been telling just a few people. So I'm going to tell you in advance because you're, some of my most tried and true followers, is I am collaborating with someone, another demonstrator, and we are going to have a bugs mega class for you in February. And I am over the moon that I get to collaborate with this gal. She is so incredibly talented. And I'm not going to tell you about her yet. I'll give her the heads up first. But as I said, she's an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and she's just a doll. And so far, even though we're in the very beginning stages, I can tell she was the perfect choice to collaborate with. So please keep that in mind. If you love Cute as a Bug as much as she and I loved Cute as a Bug, then just know that we have a mega class coming for you, okay? So that means, pillow gifts and oodles of projects and things like that. Okay, do you see here what happened? Look, it's like just a little bit of grass, but we'll drive that home, the grass, by putting the basket or grass in the basket as well. Okay, So I put this together. This is 3x3 square of crumb cake. And then the DSP is 2 3/4 square. So that one's very simple. And again, I'm going to support the middle of this thing, even though it's pretty thick, again, because this paper is reinforced and very cool that way. And so this is not symmetrical in that I put it down lower. And you definitely could put this off to the side. Kind of thinking I want to, but let me just dry fit it before I do that. Again, the handles aren't going to go that high at all. I think we'll just stick with the middle. We'll just play it safe. Middle-ish is what we always call it, right? And isn't that basket weave? It's so clever, this basket weave on the card itself. Let me do a little check of that. I've got a lot of pattern going on here, so let me check it out. And yes, we're on like Donkey Kong. Okay, some fine tuning on the basket. Where did I put my scissors? Somebody's been in here and stolen my scissors. I can't believe it. Yeah, that's because it's not true. That's not true. Where are they? Snipperoos, where'd you go? Tango and Cash been in here. Now you know I use them. Oh, there you go. You saw him over there, didn't you? You did. You're all laughing at me. Okay. Ooh, it's painful, but don't worry. We're going to put it back together. They may have just, I don't even know if they trimmed off anything, but at this point, oh yeah, they did. At this point, you can make it however high or low you want to, but we are going to put some little duckies in there. Okay, I need to put this on the inside so I don't start stamping on it. We're going to put some of the chicks, and let's see. Yeah, okay. We're going to put some chicks in there and Easter eggs, right? It just makes sense. So I'm going to use crumb cake ink because I don't want to bring basic gray in, that's for sure. And you can use whatever ink you would like. You don't have to do everything like I do, that's for sure. Okay. And then I am going to grab that Easter egg and the chicks. And just for fun, I might do the chocolate bunny, just in case we want the chocolate bunny as well. Okay, let's do this again, since I thought it was, well, no. I take that back. I need a couple of each things, and then only one of the chocolate bunny. And I've got a weird piece of paper here, don't I? But I want to use it up. I feel like very accomplished when I use up the paper. Okay, so get over there. What do you like in your Easter baskets? What if somebody were giving you an Easter basket? Like, what would be a thing you would like in it? I would like, I would like some homemade chocolate chip with walnut cookies. Okay, because that has been on my list to make for weeks now. I even have the stuff. And I didn't want to say this yesterday at Stamp Camp, but I even had the stuff out on Friday night thinking I could get up on Saturday morning and make it for Stamp Camp. And then I didn't get up early enough. And so anyway, of course you don't want to tell them when they're here, like, oh yeah, I was going to make cookies for you. But guess what? I didn't. So the secret's out. Maybe next time, gals. But somebody had to do setup. And so that somebody was me. So instead you got, desk lights that were charged and all the bells and whistles for Stamp Camp. Okay, let's have some fun decorating. So we can already see our own inspiration here with all the cool colors. I think I'm going to do the Chicks Lemon Lolly because, again, I just want to stick with the whole color palette that they gave us in the papers. And so we're going to do these tiny, look at their humongous chick heads. They do look like little dinosaurs, don't they? Okay. And I am going to color their beaks. Guess what? Peach pie. Okay, little chicks in the basket. The rabbit's going to be brown, though, because the rabbit's going to be chocolate. Yes, and I love that they've given us this little rabbit in profile, and he looks like you can use him for a real rabbit in the grass, or you can use him for a chocolate rabbit in the basket. Okay, and then this guy, again, we'll just bring in some dark here and there, maybe under these huge noggins, right? Like Mike Myers said in a movie, it's like an orange on a toothpick. It has its own solar system. I love that guy. He's hilarious. That used to be my celebrity crush, not because of how he looks, because he's so dang funny. So, okay. Oh, they're adorable. Okay, and then so carrying on with that, let's see. We don't have a lot. We're going to have an orange bow on this peach pie, excuse me. And so I want to bring in a little bit of the peach pie in the basket. Was this dark? Yeah, it is. Okay. And then let's bring in, not balmy blue because I need a new set of balmy blue. As I was told by Alicia yesterday at Stamp Camp. And I said, why are you using balmy blue anyway? No, I didn't. She came back here and got it and then had the nerve to tell me that it was running low. And actually, I'm so thankful when somebody tells me that because otherwise, you don't know until you just use it, right? Okay, I swear that that bunny looks like espresso, early espresso. But I am going to bring in the naturals because this is like, we can get it perfect. I want a milk chocolate bunny. And so, ooh, I'm kind of thinking 3 or 4. Okay, 300 or 400. So you can buy these naturals. They're not in the catalog because blends aren't in the catalog anymore. Blends are online. Okay, so that's where you need to shop for them. Now, I am calling it 300, 400, but in today's catalog, it's called medium deep naturals. All right, so just look for that, and then you too can have 10 different natural tones that work for a bazillion things. If you love those bears, you're probably going to want some natural tones because you can make all different colors of brown bears and grizzly bears and such. You can use almost any color on the bears, right? I think you can even color them gray. I don't know, but I told the girls they could, but I don't think anybody did. Okay, this might look a little odd. Oh, it might be too dark. Oh, that's too dark. Okay, well, don't listen to me. I should have used 400. Let's just see for fun. Yes. Okay, for the future, use 400. I thought it was going to be too red, but it's not. Okay, so let's skip the bunny for this basket. We can put it in there some other time. And let's do, woo, watch out. I just want to do a tiny bit of the Shy Shamrock because there's so much Shy Shamrock on the card. But we'll just do a little bit, okay? And so why do I have the paintbrush end? I mean, seriously. Okay, I have not left this house all weekend, and guess what? I love it. It's so nice. Okay, let's see. Pretty in pink. Let's bring some of that in. And so if you don't have all these colors, you know it's not a biggie. But this is a great month to buy some blends that you need. Some are still out of stock, again, because of a sale we had. but never fear, there more are available than not available, okay? And so if you're needing particular blends, maybe you need some of these blends that are more springy in color, then shop for these and get some of those bonus days and earn one or more of my free with purchase offers. I think that's a great idea. Kimberly, do you want to bring in some blue? Let's see how bad the balmy blue is. Okay, maybe, let's see. Where is it? Did she throw them away? No, she didn't. Let me see them though. Let's just check out. Oh, okay, well that we were laughing about. Okay, so I knew that was already weird. Oh, that's fine. Maybe the light, maybe just the light is running low, besides the fact that the top popped off. That's a little strange, but it's just inside the lid. So, okay, and then let's just do, oh, I hate to bring in another color on this thing, but the way I've done my colors, pretty and pink on the top. Okay, we've got chicks. We've got eggs. They're so cute. Right. And, well, we have a bunny that went kind of haywire there. And, okay, let's die cut these. Guess what? We're bringing in a mini. I feel like with little items, I know I say this every time, but it's true. And also some of you may have just stumbled across my channel. So I want you to know that I feel like the mini is so great for these little dies. Sometimes when it feels like if I'm cutting this egg out of the standard size cut and emboss, it feels like I'm putting a tiny pea into the huge oven to cook. And so I just have better control. Like I can keep my eye on it. I know where this tiny little egg die cut goes because it's just on this smaller platform. It's easier on my hands. So it has, and it runs the majority of our dies through. Now, if you're doing a lot of multiples or using larger pieces of cardstock and you don't want to cut them down, that will inhibit you from using the mini. But the mini runs tons of the dies through. So because the base is like 3 3/4 inch wide, I believe. And so lots of the dies are that size or smaller. Okay, and the chicks. Here it is. Look, I told you, orange on a toothpick. The legs are making me laugh. It looks like a guy, you know, they always have those silly videos of like guys missing leg day or whatever. It's like, uh-oh, he just works on arms. He misses leg day all the time. Let's see. I hope I didn't cut those tiny legs off. Pretty small, but the die looked pretty okay. The die set me up for success. And then after all that, those legs are going to go in this basket, but we'll know how cute they are. That's so cute. So funny. So funny. All right. I told you I'm here to inspire, educate, and to entertain. This is the entertainment. This is the best it gets. Oh my. Adorable. We have an even number of things going into the basket, which might weird me out. But if it does, we'll just put 3 things in there. Okay. Let's assemble, shall we? All right, so first I'm going to take a little of my glue and put the grass in here. And if you don't want to hold all this stuff in your hand, just grab your silicone mat and then you can put the pieces of parts down on the silicone mat. Like as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, I should grab the silicone mat. Okay, so I'm going to tuck that. Now we are not weaving canes into this basket like we did on Thursday, but it will convince you that it's a basket, okay? It's going to have everything else on it. And also, it's just one more way to show you that you can make this it's versatile, right? So even though it's a basket, it does not need to look the same every time. Okay, and then this scallop just fits perfectly across the front. Remember, we cut the handles off. So the grass fits inside where the handles were, but we are going to fix that. And so I want to start, since I haven't done this before, I want to start less is more, right? So I don't want to cut half this handle off yet. I'm just going to cut two, see where it indents? I'm going to cut two indentions off, and let's see what that looks like. Oh, yes. That looks perfect. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. So now I think what I want to do, because of the lines that are cut into the basket, I just want to glue this down with some tear and tape. And then I'm just not going to remove the backing piece on the tear and tape. Okay, so let's see. Might also reinforce it a little bit. So little tear and tape, and if you've bought any of our kits, you probably have extra little rolls of tear and tape. In fact, I got them yesterday. I got them out yesterday for Stamp Camp, and I was like, if you guys need any adhesives, we have plenty, courtesy of the kits. You always get more than you need in the kits, which I love so much. So if you need any tear and tape, check your kits, okay? All right, that looks adorable. And then I'm gonna bring the snips in and just trim this overage here. Okay, so is anybody reading anything really good since the beginning of the year? I need to start something new. I'm listening to an Audible series, which is like Horowitz and, God, I can't remember. I keep forgetting to look up the names of the series for you guys. It's not very helpful, is it? Oh, brother. Look at these guys. I mean, stop it. So cute. Okay, that's kind of, I'm going to bring in the mat now. I need to, because I need to figure out, whoops, I need to figure out how to place these guys. So let's take them out, because we have the two eggs also. Where the heck did I put those? There we go. And I think we can place these in a really fun way. And kind of like the beautiful little flowers we made, I'm not going to make it symmetrical, because first of all, it has live chicks in it. You can't make live chicks be symmetrical. They're not going to settle down for that. Chicks don't have time for that. Okay, and so I just want to put this over here, kind of like we did this with the actual ribbon. You can just bring in the die cut ribbon. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on these muscle man and tuck them in under the grass. And I needed the bow in there because it's going to like hide the chick, right? I needed to know how tall that was going to be. And so let's see here. Let me bring it down so you can see how the sausage is being made. Just kidding. How the chicks are being laid. Okay, yeah, let's do one kind of hiding in the grass, shall we? Kind of sideways. It fell over sideways. All right, and then actually I'm going to bring this in and put it on top of the egg. Okay, and then do I want another egg in here with a chick in the back? Let's see. Now you have to just kind of look at it, right? I don't want them even. Oh yeah, how about that? How about that look? We'll put this egg kind of like this way, And then this chick will be popped up a little taller. In fact, maybe it's trying to pop out of the basket. Oh my goodness. Okay. Perfecto. Okay, since I have that right there and I know that's where I want it, that's how tall I want the egg, I'm just going to bring my seal in and put it over here. We're going to use dimensionals too. So you have to get creative with your adhesives. That's why you might want a little of everything on hand, right? Because you want to be able to place these things where you want them. Something or other might need a little dimension. I think I might like this basket with the shortened handle, maybe more than the other one we made. I don't know. I'm so glad I don't have to choose. Okay, now I want this one. See, this is kind of odd, right? Let me hold it by the head. Don't do this with a real chick, please. Do not hold them by the head. Okay, and then let's put that in there. And it has a little too much glue. It's going to appear kind of shiny. So let's try and avoid that if we can. Oh, brother, it's over there too. I should have used a glue dot. I'll use a glue dot next time. But you know, another thing we can do that kind of hide that is we can't. Is this thing brand new? It might be. Oh, it looks like it is. Uh-oh. You know how? Yep, it is. Okay, it's brand new. Why am I whispering? Because I don't want it to sneak up on me. You know how it comes out in a big blob when it's a brandy new Wink of Stella? Well, I'm gonna Stella these chicks. Let's see if I have one. I have another one out. I had another Stella out, but I don't know where it went. Sorry. Well, you're just gonna have to work with me here. Come on. I mean, I hate to have too much come out, but I can see. Okay, I can see it's starting to come out. Come on now. Okay, I'm gonna color the chicks. And then it's gonna hide the shininess of the glue that went a little crazy down here. It's so tiny. So yes, when I do this again, I will hold the chicks with my tweezers and or use a glue dot instead. Oh my goodness, so cute. Okay, so that is Wink of Stella. That's one of the very first things I tell people they should purchase, and definitely keep a spare around. Okay, we just have so many uses. My favorite use of Wink of Stella is to color, like watercolor with it. It's so beautiful. Look at this. This detail is killing me with cuteness. All right, let's give this thing, look at the back of it. That's where the sausage is made right there. But I love it because then we don't see any of it in the front. And actually, I'm going to give these guys a dimensional or two. Maybe this one. I feel like that one's going to be at risk because it's out there on its own, right? Okay, so all this is still a little gooey and not completely dried. But in the interest of your time, I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to try and gingerly peel these things off. This has been so much fun. The only thing bad about it is that I didn't join you live. But again, I really wanted to stay focused on the Easter. And I feel like between missing you guys over the holidays and the Easter suite being so full of value and choices that I needed to record. I needed to stay on task. And so I have. And let's finish this up with just a little sentiment again or something. And let's see. Ooh, so cute. I'm just going to put Happy Easter on the inside. Yes. Because this is really large and I really don't want to take away the sweetness of this just beautiful combination. I think it's a beautiful little card. I know. I realize I made it. Shouldn't maybe brag, but I'll be thinking about it tomorrow. I'll be like, yeah, I might not do everything right, but I made a beautiful card. Okay, I'm spinning, spinning, and finally I see Shy Shamrock. Okay, I haven't used this stamp before, but I have primed it, so we're going to just give it a go. The best way to prime your stamps is just to use them. Like after you've kind of done the prep, the prep that I showed you with either your chamois or the Stampin' Scrub, just use them. And that is what improves the inkability of them. That's adorable. And then let's put this together. Oh, of course, we're going to put some embellishments on the front, though. I think we can get them to stand out. Boy, you got to really fight against the beauty of that paper. The paper is worth the initial kind of off-putting smell. Okay, because again, air it out. Okay, and then it's gone, and all you're left with is the beauty of the paper. Oh, goodness. I think I want to keep this a little simple too. I might use the yellow again because I don't want to bring those eggs in because it's too much. It's too much. I'll die of the beauty. But I think this is perfect because it will bring our eye back down and then we'll look at the chicks. Okay, and also green and yellow are very stark when you look at them. Complementary, I guess, colors. And so they're very fun to look at. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun, you guys. There is our final little card with the chicks and the basket and the obviously Happy Easter. I mean, come on. And then here is the cased card. Very beautiful in its own right. And just a sweet little for you. And finally, here's the card we made on Thursday. Again, I had some technique with some different technique with the way I colored these. Okay, and used vellum back behind this. So do watch the replay of that video if you'd like to see that card made. Well, I certainly hope that inventory allows me to bring this to you as the February Jubilee kit because it's a blast to work with and it screams spring, as you said, or as I said here, hello spring, and then there's no sign of a bunny, but then you can make it very Eastery if you want to. And we will definitely be doing a lot more with this one. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back again with you on Thursday night. Okay, please keep in touch with me if you have any questions, comments, or need any help with purchases. And also, please get all your zoo news by following my email. And you can snap on the link in the description below this video to receive my emails and also for any and all of my events. Take a look. I'm sure there's something in there you would like. All right, everyone. I love you all and happy stamping. See you soon.